Hi, how you doing, and welcome back to another video on the channel. What we have for you today is our preview video going into game week 25, how my team did in game week 24, as well as how my team is looking for the double in this game week and the blank game week in 26. If you are new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. The support all season has been awesome, and we are closing in on 150 subscribers. So for a small channel, it really does make the difference, and subscribing is free. So if you can help out with that, that would be appreciated. Let's take a look at my team and how we did this game week. So all in all, it was a really solid game week. My team kind of was carried by four players in particular. We'll start with Gabriel in defence, and he did get a goal and a clean sheet. Recently, he's had a bit of a mixed bag. He got -1 a couple of game weeks ago, and then 17 points the game week before. The pluses definitely outweigh the minuses, and I will take that all day, especially with Arsenal looking great from set pieces. He's a fantastic player for my team. Saka was my highest scoring player of the game week with 15, just outscoring Haaland. I did captain Haaland, which was an easy decision and not one I regret, because he did still get great returns, and he is someone I'm probably going to captain for the rest of the season unless there is slight injury news or obvious rotation risks beforehand. I'm just going to stick with him, and there is a chance that I do triple captain him this game week. Palmer managed to get 10 points, and he was the final game of the game week, and he had got assists in the 91st and the 93rd minute, I think, which is absolutely brilliant, and you will take that any game week. All in all, I did get a green arrow of plus 20k, which might not seem like much, but it did take me into the top 50k in FPL. And normally, in a usual season where I'm ranked 2 or 3 millionth in the world, 20k green arrow might not seem like much. This season, it makes all the difference. Let's take a look at the fixtures. So the fixtures for this game week are as follows, and it might look quite busy on the surface, but really there's only a few teams that have double game weeks. It's not one of the big double game weeks that you might usually get in a season. The teams you want players from, it's really just Man City and Liverpool. In terms of captaincy, I would just captain Haaland. I think, yeah, you might look for a bit of a differential with Liverpool players, but I just don't think it's worth it. There's too much rotation in Liverpool anyway, especially in the attack. And if you have Salah and you've got an inkling that he's going to be back in time for the first game, then maybe. But because that first game is 12:30 on a Saturday, you probably will know whether Salah's going to be back in time and whether it's worth captaining. But I think it is important to note that Liverpool do have the League Cup final the weekend following the Luton game, so there is a chance of a rotation risk as well. So I would just play it safe, captain Haaland, and just leave it there. So my team for this game week, and it's looking pretty good. I do have 4 double game week players. The triple Man City, which I'm more than happy with. I think they're great options. And then my main issue this week is Trent. Now, he does have a slight knock on his knee. Hopefully we will get team news before the deadline for that first Liverpool game. If it's looking likely that Trent isn't playing in that first game, I probably will transfer him out. I've got 2 free transfers but no money, which isn't really an issue for Trent because all the other defenders are cheaper than him. But it also means that I can't make any upgrades elsewhere unless I find some money from the Trent sale. So I couldn't upgrade Gordon or Bowen to, say, Jota for an extra double game week player without selling someone in the first place. In terms of the blank game week in 26, I only really have Trent, Porro, and Palmer who aren't playing at the moment. I'm not going to kid myself to say I could get 11 players out in 26 because Lascelles and Concert are injured or dropped, or both really in Lascelles' case. And I'm not too sure about upgrading Gordon and Bowen at the moment because the fixtures do look quite good mid to long term. So essentially my options are this. I'm probably going to wait until the deadline or near the deadline to see whether I need to take Trent out. I could then downgrade Trent to another Liverpool defender. I'd still have the issue of a blank in 26. Or I could swap Trent for a player who has a good single game week, because I really don't think those players should be overlooked for this double game week. I think a lot of times single game week players with a good fixture can outscore double game week players anyway. With that money, it depends what I do with. I could not do anything, and then the following game week, upgrade Lascelles and Conser with my 2 free transfers that I would have that game week to get 11 players out. Or I could change Gordon or Bowen to someone like Jota and have an extra player this game week with a double, and then just have less in the game week 26. So kind of depends on what your approach is really. So I'd be interested to know your thoughts in terms of whether I should attack this double a bit more or whether I should play it a bit more reserved and go for good players in the blank. If you are interested in wildcarding and free hitting this game week, we do have videos that will hopefully be on the screen about now, which do talk about that specifically, so go check them out. Let me know if you've got any questions about your own team as well. It's always good to hear how other teams are getting on. And yeah, let me know your thoughts on my team as well. So thank you very much for listening. Good luck in this game week. Hopefully you'll have a great one, and I will see you in the next one.